I don't like it. I love it, love it, love it. Uh-oh. So good it hurts. I don't want it. I gotta have it. Uh-oh. When I can't find the words, I just go.
There it is, you see?
I don't like it. No, I love it.
We're live. I'm singing live. Come on, Rob.
And we're back.
And we are back.
We are talking with Tommy with Tommy's Garage, and we are having a lot of fun here.
Yeah, you'll regret it later.
Oh, yeah, no.
By the
Later,
way,
now. No.
Tommy was sharing with us during break just how hot he thought Hillary Clinton is. I'm just saying, so for all of you conservatives out there that think that he really is a conservative.
Yeah. It was amazing.
Yeah, I mean, that is all
he has a
in
picture
character.
in his wallet.
Yeah, you know, if you see pictures of
you
Hillary,
got a big tattoo on the chest of her also, don't you?
He doesn't share that with too many people.
You want to hear something interesting?
Chris, show us that tat.
Yes, I agree.
And it jiggles.
I used to have one of my houses back in Philadelphia, and I used to live. I used to have in the guest bathroom. I had at the bottom of my toilet. I had a picture of Bill and Hillary Clinton painted onto it. So every day I could abuse them at will. I loved it.
This show is just going down.
It really did. It's a true story.
Down the tank.
I regretted taking that toilet out of there. The toilet
I'm glad we have our own sponsors. Otherwise, we might be canceled.
See, kids?
So,
no, I have. If you look back at Hillary Clinton's career, look at some pictures of her when she was like maybe younger. Okay, no, she's still ugly. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry.
Wow.
No, not really. No.
Well,
it's a matter of degree.
It's not a matter of looks. It's a matter of substance. So,
it's a matter of substance. She's the ugliest woman in the world, dude.
So
substance.
They've been talking about Fiorina. They've been saying about her face.
See, I think she's kind of cute.
I don't see anything wrong with her.
She's kind of bright.
Yeah. I think she's very bright.
Responding to Tommy's prediction that we're going to have a Republican in office.
It's going to be close, but I hope.
I think it's going to be nail-biting close.
Yep.
And I was pulling and reading some stats over the week because I had an idea that we would be heading in that direction. And what really blew my mind is, are you familiar with Moody's Analytics?
A little bit, but go ahead.
It's a
enough to know I'm embarrassingly short on knowing.
No, I mean it's really interesting. It's a statistical, sophisticated model that has accurately predicted the last 9 elections since 1980. Carter versus the man on your foot.
Okay.
And well, I mean, I'm just saying.
You might want to share with him that he has a tattoo.
I have an 18-inch tattoo of Ronald Reagan on my ankle.
He's the only hairy Ronald Reagan I've ever seen.
I shave mine every day.
Okay, well, I'm just saying.
He can't shave himself, so
he looks like Abe Lincoln, by the way. So you might consider Nair or maybe waxing.
I had somebody who was drunk who thought it was Jay
Leno. But anyway,
Jay Leno on your ankle.
Getting back to Moody's Analytics. Their prediction is that it's going to be nail-biting close, but that the next president will be a Democrat. And they don't base it on the popular vote. They base it on the electoral vote.
Right.
The model doesn't focus on individual candidates. Moody says that the Democrat nominee will take 270 electoral votes, and that which is the minimum number to be elected. However, if President Obama's approval ratings change by more than 2 percentage points, then there could be a change to that, with Virginia swinging from Democrat to Republican with their 13 electoral votes. But it is, from what I've read online, and with Moody's having predicted the 2012 and the 2008 elections perfectly, I just get a feeling that this is going to be so nail-biting close that Hillary might just be our next president.
Look, I have all the faith in the world that Democrats will lie, cheat, and steal to get an election. And I'm serious. They
Well, I
survive
think
by
that
doing
happens on both sides.
it. No.
of the arena.
Actually, it does not. The Republicans do not come even vaguely
The
close.
Republicans-
Most illegal immigrants
I'm
do not
sorry,
come
but
to vote for Republicans.
Tommy,
Sorry.
that is such a blanketed statement.
No, it's very true. I mean, they already figured it out. Almost never do you see election fraud with Republicans. It just doesn't happen.
I will
Look,
tell-
the Republicans
I'm
are all
sorry,
about Republicans are all about God, country, apple pie.
So the
Democrats are all
Republicans
about
have
lying,
that-
cheating, stealing. It's just the nature of being a Republican versus a Democrat.
I will tell you what's going to be interesting is if you look at what's coming up. We've got the one thing that I think is a great
Yvette,
change.
by the way, is like shivering in anger right now.
No, I'm not. I don't get angry. I'm just listening.
Oh, is that what that is?
and
I'm sorry.
I just don't understand blanketed statements and remarks.
Anyhow, Chris, you're in the middle of a thought there.
Anyway.
Well, what I was saying
Sorry,
though is,
Chris.
one of the things I think was a really good move on the Republican side of things is we've actually gotten rid of Bonner. Bonner's actually stepped down. Paul Ryan is actually moving up into the space right there.
Boehner.
It's or Boehner, sorry. And it's we're starting to see some of those political movements that are taking place. But again, it starts local. I mean, if you look at what happened in last week's elections that we had here, I mean, one of the things people don't realize is that Harris County, for example, went Democrat the last election. It's been past couple elections for a while
Pretty much
now,
all
right?
the major cities
Yeah.
go Democrats.
Yeah, so it's important to see. I tell everybody is everything starts on a local level. I like when you said at the very beginning. Business and politics are intertwined. I mean, absolutely intertwined. The way those policies are done, that's why Texas is such a great place to do business in. Because what are we? Conservative state. It's absolutely one of those things to look at.
Let me throw something at you that's interesting. I mean, if you want to look at a real good example that ties up real estate and politics, look at the subprime crisis, which is 100% caused by idiots in Washington.
Yep.
To make a long story short, they forced banks to lend money to people who couldn't qualify for it. And then when Alan Greenspan raised rates from 1% to 5.25%, the Fed funds rate, that jacked up all the mortgages that were out there were all short-term
Unarmed,
because nobody would invest long-term in somebody who can't have a job.
Yeah, people don't remember that.
When that happened, all the mortgages doubled. For the most part, the people who got screwed by that most were poor black people, but they lied about it and blamed it on George Bush, but had nothing to do with it, and that's why you end up having
actually George Bush is on video showing that he was worried about Fannie Mae back in 2003,
and they called him a racist.
And of course,
they called him a racist. You're a racist. You're a racist. Like what am I? I'm looking at Fannie Mae. Fannie Mae's going belly up because you guys let this money out to people who can't qualify.
Yeah.
And you call me a racist? Yes, they did.
Well, they were saying Barney Frank was going, no, there's nothing wrong. Don't ignore that man behind the curtain. But 1999, Clinton signed into law to facilitate home ownership through subprime lending.
Yep.
And then the banks and the mortgage companies were threatened with their livelihood. If you don't put this money out, we're going to shut you down. And no one talked about that.
Courtesy, by the way, of Jamie Gorelick, who's the same woman who refused to let the FBI and CIA talk to each other, which is why 9/11 happened when they had terrorist training in learning how to fly airliners, and they knew they had terrorists here, didn't know where they were. The FBI knew that they were terrorists who were training. They couldn't find which ones that the FBI and CIA had the information to put it together. They couldn't do it because Jamie Gorelick, who was Janet Reno's number one, said you can't talk to each other anymore. She's the same woman who threatened all the banks with going to jail, criminal prosecution if you didn't lend money to poor people who couldn't afford it.
Tommy, where do your facts come from?
You want to bet me on this? You play strip betting?
Actually,
I
don't play strip poker.
You should, because
actually I had somebody who was on the inside of the. And you probably know this person, and I'm not going to say who it is because he told me not to tell him. But he was on the inside. He was
tell us all.
I will tell you later.
Keep a secret.
I will tell you later.
All of us.
Go to Wikipedia and look up Jamie Gorelick, and you'll find out.
Anyway,
it's one of those things where Washington insiders know about it.
This was somebody who was in the wholesale side of mortgage lending, and he talked about the people who came in and basically said, "Look, you put this money out, or we're gonna shut you down."
That was a known fact.
I'm really glad I didn't bet.
Yeah, and I will tell you who it is.
Depends if you want to be naked or
probably
not.
somebody you know in the.
Excuse me.
Depends if
We're
you want
not
to be naked or
going
not.
there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, no, the whole community lending with the big banks. I mean, they basically came into the big banks and said, "You guys, if you guys are not going to do community lending, in other words, go and open up a bank in a specific area and lend to that specific community." You guys would face major fines.
Well, not just mine. They actually threatened with criminal prosecution.
Yeah.
Very different.
Yeah.
So it's one thing to be fined or shut down. It's another thing to go to jail.
Yeah.
And that's what the
That was
Justice
community
Department
lending.
specifically said. If
Yep.
you do not do this, we will prosecute you criminally.
Yes.
And that's a big difference. If you go to jail,
Yeah.
Like, whoa. So that was the big change. That was what finally made banks do it. And of course, it was a disaster. And but the best part was politically, they blamed it on George Bush, who had nothing to do with it.
Zero.
Nothing. In fact, the economy is doing exceptionally well until the subprime crisis hit.
Right.
You don't hear about that. The Bush economy is terrible. Actually, it was great for 6.5 years until
and the same people
crisis
who put us in
ruined it.
the issues we've got today in regards to everything that we're going through are the Democrats that are trying to bail themselves out from what went on, obviously, in 1999 and beyond right there, because now we're paying the price again for everything that's going on.
Well, the good news is, though, that in Washington, they're managing the budget real well because we're only $20 trillion in debt. That's no big deal.
Well, I mean, that's dollar to dollar 46 times around the Earth at the equator.
Yeah, I think you actually go to the moon and back 4 times.
So
with $1
it's
bills.
a lot of money.
It's a
lot
lot
of
of
You're
zeros.
doing $100
zeros.
bills. You're doing $100 bills. I'm doing $1 bills. $1 bills, you can go to the moon and back 4 times.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm serious.
Oh my! So you heard it here, folks.
You build a
You
ladder,
heard it
ladder
here.
to the moon with $1 bills.
It's
Fly me to the moon.
Who needs a spaceship? Just climb the damn ladder of hundreds. You're there.
oh wow. So anyway, there's government gets involved with business, and usually business suffers.
Right.
Because I believe in small government. I do believe in regulation. I just don't believe in over-regulation.
Well, we have a fourth branch of government, don't we? We have our federal government, which is its own entity with zero oversight, congressional oversight.
We're talking about CFPB.
Well, we
They
could
have-
go
they have
there
no
if you
congressional
want.
oversight.
We've gone, from 4 pages to 10?
We have. You know what else we've gone
So-
from? We've gone from 58 minutes to almost 59, which means the show's about to end.
Oh,
Yeah.
What a
shame.
segue. You
Yeah,
get a gold star
exactly.
for that wrap up right there, man. That's
Yeah.
Hey, I've got no choice. They sit over here. They let me know. I see the clock right here. He's like, get ready to cut it. So
the horsewhip came out and it was like, okay.
yeah, but I do want to thank all of our great guests. Evette Atlas, thank you very much for
Thank
being
you
on
so
board here.
much.
Christy
Obviously,
Stratton.
Christy Stratton with the Champion School of Business Etiquette. And Tommy with Tommy's Garage over there in the corner.
Tommy, you going to come back?
Well, if you're smart enough or foolish enough to invite me, I don't know what you want to call it. No, I'd love to come back to the show. And you guys, by the way, are welcome to Tommy's Garage.
We're definitely going to be stopping in, trust
we'll
me.
be stopping in.
Yeah, we definitely will. I like to leave the show with a quote. This is no different. Tommy, you're going to like this one. It says, loyal to country, always. Loyalty to government, when it deserves it.
That would be
That's
almost
from
never.
Mark Twain. Anyways, until next time, we are out.
You've been listening to the Real Estate Rat Pack. The Real Estate Rat Pack is ready to answer your toughest questions. So tune in to the really big show every Saturday at 9 a.m. right here on 100.7 The Word, KKHT.